Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the Mountaineers and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing. It's early in the morning for the battle we have in store. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Mountaineers will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Austin. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Split backs here. To the air, it's Salter. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
Off the play fake on first down. They're bringing heat. Got his man downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Flames. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Getting some heat. Still looking. The ball's free. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's why you hustle to the football. So many guys getting there, and yes, does he break some tackles and make a play, but the next guy flying in there, and he's trying to break all these tackles, but all these guys, and what happens? All these guys got their hands near the football. Somebody gets a hand on it, forces the fumble, forces the turnover, and the big momentum swing back to the other side.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Back to pass, it's Salter. Moving away from pressure. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And stampeding through the defense. And runs through another guy. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those old linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on offense.
Using the quick game.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Liberty 7, West Virginia 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break.
29
To the air. It's Green. Dumps it to the back. He caught it. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, West Virginia. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Gray. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
To the ground. He's got it again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding its way up to the 36. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's Salter. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Wide open downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Flames with the 1st and 10. Dances away. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Snaps out of bounds.
They get him down after he makes the catch. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And the Flames are in the hurry-up. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
West Virginia.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's White.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets open down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Green. Trying to get to him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Fires on the move. On target to the left. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Coming after it. That should be the final play of the first half. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Liberty, West Virginia, 7.
The Flames will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going downfield for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Bulldozes him. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And the Flames want to crank the tempo. Barrels ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty! They're climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it in himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
Coming out with it, it's Gray. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
The Flames will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking for room. It's Lucas. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Tackle on the play at the 17-yard line. 3rd down coming.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. And the Flames will keep this drive going.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Liberty 21, West Virginia 15.
1st down to start the drive after the break. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Flames.
Number 20, Indiana.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looking for the 2-point try. To throw, it's Salter. Feeling some heat. Makes his connection. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
And makes the score, Liberty 29, West Virginia 15.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
To kick off.
Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Caught over the middle. It's White. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
The number one objective